Good evening, Flosstube. It is Wednesday, the 31st of January, coming to you from Queensland, Australia. We are at the end of the second month of summer, and boy, what a summer it has been. It has been so hot. I think I've just been running my aircon constantly. Allergies are atrocious. We've had so much rain. Everything is in flower and everything is seeding. I've had a full day at work and then I have mowed my yard this evening. So I'm a bit tired. This is take number 2 as we couldn't hear. There's the volume. I'm too far away from the speaker on the mic on my iPad, so I've had to set up my mic. And we are going to try and get through this quite quickly. So we've got a few things to show you, a little bit of extra. There is, January's been a bit of a fiddly month. I've done a few different things and I've had a few little craft finishes. They're not cross stitch finishes, they're craft finishes because they were diamond dot and beading. And yeah, so let's get straight into it because it is getting late and I am quite tired, and hopefully I have enough battery power to do this. So over Christmas I worked on these little Mill Hill gnome bead kits. I've got the first set, and this is the first one I started. Okay, we are back. We have changed to the phone, and as the tablet was going flat and kept going flat. Okay, so I've shown you the gnomies. Now we need to go through what I've stitched on for February. So we started off stitching. This will be in a bit of order because it's a bit of a story. So I started and continued on stitching with my Ride of the Yokai for January, sorry. And this is a Heaven and Earth pattern by Ruth Thompson. I worked on, let me just move my hand over, this edge here, filling in and moving over onto the next page and working my way down to finishing off this page. I love I've only done 11%, and every time I film this, because I finally get to look far away from it, I love how it looks. Really, really love how it looks. Can't wait to get over to his head, which is way over here. So yes, I worked on this for a good week. Got a whole percent done. So that's pretty good. And then my Gus's creation frame arrived. I will insert a unboxing and some footage of it set up with one of my Millennium, no, it wasn't my Millennium, it was an Omanic frame on it. And I'll insert that here. Hi Flosstube, we've got a little bit of a YouTube extra today. My stand from Gus's Creations has finally arrived. It's been a little bit of a wait, but once I came up on the queue, it took no time at all for the stand to come my way. So here it is, so bear with me, and I'll be back with you in a bit. Okay, so this is pulled out of the box, so now I've got to now unwrap and build. How exciting. So that's the Gus's Creation stand. It is made from Jarrah. He's got some wonderful videos. If you would like to see some more footage of it actually in use and have me go through all its bendies and adjustments, I'm happy to do that. Yeah, totally and totally loving it. I've only been using it for 3 weeks now. I have been experimenting, so when it first came, I had to try and set up. At the moment, I've set it up with my couch and on my recliner. For my recliner, it reaches over my legs and to me with my recliner up. And so the first thing I decided to experiment with, I pulled out my one of my long dog samplers, something nice and easy to stitch, something to just work and practice on and work on while getting the frame so that it all adjusted for it. So I worked on this. Ooh, where am I? Oh, there we go. Bring it in closer. So I worked on the tower, and I'll bring it in a bit closer, and all the back stitch around the tower, and I took that flower up. I back stitched in the little elephant. Can I get him? Or not used to filming on the phone, but yeah, there he is. There's my little elephant. Love doing him. Yeah. So I'm putting the year in. So I'm doing this as a commemoration piece for the purchase of my house, this house. And so I can put the year in because I bought it December 2020. So I'm going to put 2020 there. I'm going to put the 2020 there, and I'm trying to work out where I can put the date, the date in December somewhere. I might just be able to just sneak a little back stitch 18 December or DEC above the other piece. I don't know. We'll see. So that was, did I say what it was? It's Long Dog Samplers. I'm working it with my beautiful Silks for You silk that I can't remember the number, and doing 2/2 on a piece of fabric, 28 count opalescent fabric I dyed myself using Genesis colours. And I think that's just a straight emerald green from the Genesis colours. Yeah. So that is the Long Dog sampler. So that was the first piece I worked on. I have been loving being able to finally use these comfortably. I invested in all these frames, and because I'd seen people use them with the Lowry, but I could just not get it to work for me. So yeah, I'd seen a video and a couple of videos of Gus's stands, and I got a little bit of money aside. I got put on the wait list. So worth the wait. It's worth the wait and worth the money. It's a piece of furniture in itself. Yep. I'm loving my stand. So that was my first piece that I worked on. My next piece, okay, bear with me. Okay, my next piece that I worked on, it's not really a piece, it's gritting up. So I use Redline it's Redline gritting line. I get it from JK's cross stitch store online. She has it stocked. I've got copious amounts of it because I love it. I won't grid with a friction pen because A, heat will make it disappear, and B, cold will make it reappear. And I've heard of it going brown, aging, and then even though it's disappeared, it comes back. Yeah, I'm not as brave as some of you. And it takes me years and years and years to do a piece. So I have basically gotten out my second longest frame. I've measured it from this to this other end, and it's 111 centimeters. This is my second longest frame. The cross stitch stand from Gus, it holds this so easy, and I can move it along like a old typewriter, basically, one of those old style typewriters where you go, yeah, you know what I mean? Some of your people of my generation. Yeah, this is the fastest lot of gridding. So I've done all of these rows in next to no time. It was enjoyable. I never thought I'd say that. I'm looking forward. I've got to go all the way up to here. It's actually a piece that goes this way. And it goes from here, where am I, here, to all the way down again. And this piece of fabric is for a new start that I want to do this year. I've been setting up my Paco thread organisers. As I want to join in with Maxine Gadmay. I've always wanted to do Maxine Gadmay. So I am going to do that. So I am looking forward to starting her in May. She's going to be my May 1st start. She is a long-term time planned. I've been planning this start since last May. Last May, when I heard about Maxine Gadmay, I went and purchased the pattern. And I have been doing little bits and little purchases to get her all kitted up. Just slowly, whenever I do a purchase of something else that I need for my cross stitch to finish off something, I do some threads or, yeah. So that is the next piece I worked on. Okay, so the final thing I have worked on this January has been my chatelaine. So I did a load of gridding and really excited about it, loved it, but then I really felt like I needed to do some cross stitch, and I haven't worked on one of my chatelaines in ages. And this piece that I decided to work on. I don't want to give any grand illusions of how being super fast stitcher. I am not. Fitted on one of my frames I hadn't had anything on yet. And so this is my chatelaine, which is the Victorian Garden Mandala. It was one of the mystery ones, and then it didn't get named until a bit later on. Now, I had trouble getting when I was kitting this one up, I had trouble getting one of the Gloriana threads, just could not get it. I sourced my own threads for all of my chatelaines. I've only got two. For all of my chatelaines, I have two. And because buying from European Cross Stitch and getting it shipped to Australia, it was just too expensive outlay. I haven't got the beads yet. I may do the beads straight through European Cross Stitch. European, whatever they're called. If I think of the name, I will put it along the bottom. Comes in handy running things along the bottom. Yeah, so I decided I would just get this out and work on it for the last few days of January. So I have plans for February, which I'll talk about in a tick. So I have been working on filling in the Gloriana thread that I was missing in through this central piece, and then around, taking the strands around. So that's what I've been doing. So not a lot. I don't think I've got a before or piece. So this is where I'm at the moment. I have actually got the house at the top started, but I wanted to I want to start finishing off like the central piece and start working it around and around. Yeah. I'm looking at buying the next size up spaces and getting the version 2 with the little box seat. They're an investment, and I'm thinking of also getting them the one with the stretcher here. I've been watching some YouTube videos about how you actually use this to make it tight. You're not supposed to use this to make it tight. Yeah. So that was my chatelaine. So I haven't started beading yet and on it. I know people bead as you go, and I think it's because I can't see how beading as you go and if you're using your top scroll bars, like the distance between here to stretch it, and that would be good on your beads. I can understand if you didn't do it and you were using your side things to stretch it and make it tight. I can understand then beading as you go. So, we shall see. I haven't made decisions yet. I'm just still weighing up my options. So that was my chatelaine. Okay, so plans. So it is the month of February, and I am looking forward to many things in February. I have decided what I've been wanting to do for a while, and I've got a few of the patterns now, to do Filipina February. So Bella Filipina February, work on my Bella Filipinas all throughout February, and do what I do for Mira May, do a weekly vlog, and post it weekly at the end of the week, show you how much I started, got done over the whole week, like record every day and piece it all together. And yeah, so that is my plans for the bulk of February. Come the end of February, the last weekend, full weekend within February, is the Australian Mirabilia retreat in Brisbane. I am going. I am so excited. I've got plans to start one piece, but I haven't dyed fabric for it because I don't know what colour to go for. So I've got a couple of other little ones that I might just do because it might be easier. So I've got geranium as a spare. If I can't get myself to get my fabric dyed, or I'm not happy with the colour combo that I've sort of set on. So it's one of the older pieces. It's the Mill Hill piece, and it's a real, I think of her as being a real retro mermaid tail colour. So it's the greens that she's using. So I'm unsure about the background. I've got some pre-dyed blues that I've already done for other things. So I might just sort of do the old thread toss and see how sort of like her colours look. Yeah. So yeah, I've got options. It's fine. All's good in the world. So I'm really, really looking forward to doing that. Other crafty achievements. So over Christmas, I knew Mum had a diamond dot that she wanted to do, but she wouldn't start. I was asked to buy her a Christmas present on behalf of my brother and his family. So I bought her a simpler diamond dot giraffe because she loves giraffes. And so I thought, well, if I have a simple diamond dot paint dot I can take with me, I can and do it with her and help her work through it. So I bought myself this kit of several. I think I'll count them out. Diamond dot. They're called sun catchers. So they're an acrylic, sort of clear acrylic, and you do diamond dot. Try and get the light on it. There we go. You do the diamond dot on both sides, which is something they don't tell you when you're buying it and you're thinking, oh God, I hope I haven't made a dodgy purchase. So they are beautiful, sparkly, bezeled, shiny. There we go. If you get it out of focus and get the light on it. Gems on them. And they give you everything to make this, so you get everything in here and the beads. I love them. I'm just a little disappointed with these ones because they are just faceted plastic, but that's okay. I suppose they're light, so that a breeze will make them move and catch the light. So it's a bit noisy, sorry. There's a few. So there was the turtle, the moon. I think there's about 8 of them. So the moon. And then some of them have 3 danglies, some have 1. So I got really caught up with doing these instead of the cross stitch, the little Nomi cross stitches. Butterfly. The heart, this heart, you can sort of see there's got pearl, like, where's my camera? Still doesn't, there we go. You'll see the pearls, and there's all different shaped. And they're all sort of like clear and sparkly. There we go. Them to twinkle a bit. They're all double-sided. There's a few different packs on Amazon. So I liked this pack. He's a cutie. And there's a tree. The tree's beautiful. It's like a mandala tree. What's that? 3, 6. Yeah, so there's 8. A dragonfly. And this little hummingbird. He's one of my favourites too. Before he had his gems on, I went, But yeah, now he's one of my favourites. So, yes. If you have stayed with me to the end, I would like to say thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful month ahead. I hope you've had a wonderful month. I hope you're all well and stay that way. I look forward to catching up with you over the next few months. Hopefully I will stay on track and you'll see me a little bit more regularly. Again, thank you for watching and I'll see you next time around.